Coming up on News 24, the Environmental Club takes a different type of dive to spread the word about recycling. A local museum is opening a new exhibit featuring well-known European artists. You're watching News 24. Welcome to News 24. I'm Meredith Olson. WSU students took to the trash today to encourage recycling. Stephen Rydberg has more.
Sometimes it's better to just do it yourself. And that's exactly what the Environmental Club did during their annual dumpster dive. Sarah Burke, co-president of the Environmental Club, helped organize the event.
We have taken a dumpster that Facilities has provided for us, and we are sorting through recyclables, garbage, and things that could have been saved.
The event took place in the middle of campus where many students stopped to watch as club members sorted through the trash.
Getting kids to recycle is just one more step that we can do, an easy step.
While the campus provides plenty of opportunities for students and faculty to recycle, many still aren't sure what can and cannot be recycled.
Most things are recyclable that are plastics, aluminum, and paper. All you gotta do is flip it over and look and see if they have the recycle mark on it.
The club found a variety of items in the garbage.
Some of the most interesting stuff is like there's whole, unopened pieces of food of all sorts in the original package that, weren't going bad or anything like that.
But the goal of the event is not just to encourage recycling. There's a much deeper message hidden in the dumpster.
In the long run, it's important for students to recycle because it makes a difference on this earth. We only have a limited amount of resources, and the more we recycle, the more money we're saving in the long run because we're not extracting those resources from the earth, we're reusing them, being smart.
In Winona, this is Stephen Rydberg for News 24.
For more information on what can and what cannot be recycled, check out the Winona County website for details. The Minnesota Marine Art Museum opened a new art exhibit called European Influence on American Marine Art today. The exhibit contains 1 watercolor and 25 oil paintings of different scenes influenced by water. These range from the 18th and 19th century. The artists include Europeans, European immigrants, and Americans influenced by their styles. Curator John Swanson says the exhibit helps bring these works of art to life.
Well, I think it's important to look at actual paintings, oil on canvas, on a wall in a museum. If you look at something in a book or in a slideshow or a PowerPoint, you lose a lot of the artistry, the craftsmanship that actually goes, and you'll get a full appreciation of how difficult it is to actually paint oil onto canvas.
The new exhibit will be up until March next year. Winona area public schools are celebrating 150 years of education. The district will officially reach its sesquicentennial March of 2011. In honor of the sesquicentennial, the school district is putting on events throughout the year. Last week, fireworks kicked off the celebration following a Winona Windhawk volleyball game. To check out upcoming events, go to www.winona.k12.mn.us. Nearly 500 students came out Monday to the on-campus flu clinic at Winona State University. The clinic was beneficial to both students receiving the vaccine and WSU nursing students. Danny McGrann is a 4th-year nursing student who organized the clinic.
We actually have the Term 2 nursing students. So it kind of works in this way where Term 4, the seniors, run the flu shot every year, and we kind of train the Term 2 students to administer. So it's kind of cool that we've come full circle and that we were giving it and now we're teaching them. So.
This year's vaccine covers 3 strains of influenza, including H1N1. The vaccine should prevent the virus for the entire flu season. Other ways to fight the flu include washing your hands and keeping good hygiene. The annual Woodlawn Cemetery Walk kicked off this weekend in Winona. Local volunteers put on Voices of the Past to honor the men and women in the medical field. There are more than 75 local residents who volunteered for the production. A committee of 12 people starts in April to get the walk ready for October. Kathy Turner says the focus is on building good characters.
Whether they were just normal, everyday people or if they were somebody important. But those people created the community that we know and love today.
The Woodlawn Cemetery is one of the oldest in Winona, dated back to 1862. The walk helps bring Winona's history back to life, even if it's just for a weekend. While many may be picking or carving pumpkins this week, the Elks Lodge in Winona has found another use for the seasonal food. This weekend, the Elks Lodge held their annual Harvest Fest. The main event of the weekend, the pumpkin drop. Arnie Jackson, one of the chairmen of the event, said the drop didn't go exactly as planned.
One pumpkin went up and came back down the ladder because it wasn't secured quite safely, and the next pumpkin went to the ground. Nice splat.
The 50-pound pumpkin was dropped 65 feet with help from the Goodview Fire Department. An egg, tomato, and watermelon were also dropped. This is the second year the Elks Lodge has done the pumpkin drop, and they are already looking forward to next year. A small-town pie shop in southeastern Minnesota is about to receive recognition from a national magazine. Rebecca Courier explains more.
The population might be only 40 residents in the small town of Wayland, Minnesota. But that doesn't stop this little pie shop from attracting hundreds of people each weekend. People travel from all over for a slice of pie.
When I lived in Georgia, I heard about this great pie place in Wayland, Minnesota, so we had to come here to get it.
20-year-old Aroma Pie Shop has been recognized by numerous local and national newspapers, and soon it will be featured in the magazine Travel and Leisure as one of the best pie shops in the country. Owner Maggie Gergen tells us why she thinks her pie shop gets so much recognition.
It's really close-knit, you know, and a lot of the customers tell me things like that they make this a stop every year, every time they're down here, and that's so nice to hear. People love to come back all the time. They have good memories of this place.
The pie shop can sell nearly 75 fresh, homemade pies in a single day. People come from as far away as Australia, England, and Israel to taste this pies for themselves.
We had some girls from Australia last year. We have a lot of people in from Japan. I think that the Mayo Clinic draws a lot of international people, and some of them come down this way.
With the winter season rapidly approaching, Maggie Gergen is preparing to close her pie shop for the winter months. But she is planning to reopen the pie shop next spring for people looking for some famous desserts as they pass through this small Minnesota town. In Wayland, Rebecca Courier, News 24.
The Travel and Leisure magazine article featuring the Aroma Pie Shop will be out in a few weeks. Coming up next week on News 24, we're going to take a look at a Winona gym that is teaching mixed martial arts. I'm Meredith Olson, and thanks for watching News 24.